And welcome to Auntie's Brick Build, and today we'll be going over a really cool LEGO Star Wars Rebrickable model build. This is a Republic Dropship made by Foragin LEGO, as you can see on the screen right here. This is a really cool build of 1,325 pieces, and the instructions retail for about 10 USD. Now the parts will definitely cost you more. All in all, this build did cost me about 40 bucks, including instructions. I had to get some of these pieces from LEGO since I didn't have them. But this is going to be a really fun video. We're going to be seeing how well this dropship looks to compare to ATTE and a whole bunch of other builds. Now before we go further on to this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Turn notifications button on if you have not already. Let's jump right on in and take a look at this dropship. Just for some background before we start on this incredible build, I've always wanted to make my very own Republic dropship to go to an ATTE, but I could just never figure it out. And when Solid Brick Studios uploaded a video where he went over this incredible build, I knew I had to do it. So I've been finding all the parts. The parts just came from Denmark, from LEGO. So I'm very, very happy that I'm able to start this build and just be able to make it so cool, and it's gonna be so much fun putting it into my LEGO Geonosia mock in the background or in the back behind me. Now this is a very fun build. We're gonna be starting up front, and then we'll move our way, and in the very end we'll see, and I'll tell you guys how in the world this thing connects, and you're able to lift it up and do so much cool stuff. Now the front is a very nice front build. A lot of design similarities are taken from the 2023 Coruscant Guard gunship. I really do like the similarities between them, so they're not two totally different styles. As we go up, we do have some Republic tile logo, and the cockpit's pretty nice and straightforward. I have a Phase 2 clone pilot in there, and there is a kind of control panel, and it's pretty straightforward. You just plop your clone trooper in, and you're able to close up the cockpit. Really simple. And then the front turrets, of course, move side to side, and you do have some wiggle room with the design right here, so I do like that. As we move to the side, there is no like storage racks. You can take out like the original dropship with ATOT, but that is totally fine because I'm going to be displaying this thing. So as we have some like more cables going from the back up here to the middle of the fuselage, like this neck area is so much filled with Technic. It is really nice to see. Now this does like sit right here. This part up here does sit, and then these parts hold it together. It really is some really nice engineering, and I really do think that is really cool. As we move to this side over here, we do have some more like Technic elements over here, and then we can see how the ATTE is incorporated into the design. Now you don't even have to move the gun turret right here. It actually fits right up under into the back of the fuselage, if you can see that down there. I really do like how I'm able to put this into there and make it look really good. Now this is where it starts getting fun. Up the top right here is the handle. So you take this part, you lift it up like so, and you have the handle. Just simply put your fingers into here and lift. This is pretty heavy with the ATTE on, but you're able to move it up and down. It is real crazy. Now we will get to the function of this lever right here in just a second. Now, we do have the engines right here. The engines are really nice. They do go back to some of the earlier dropships and gunships and all that awesome fun stuff. And also, this model can fit the 2008, the 2013, and the 2022 ATTEs, which I think is incredible. Now, we do have on this side right here a really nice wing. Don't mind some of my yellow pieces. That's just the ones I did have, but it is a really nice build. Very strong, too. I'm very comfortable swooshing this thing around. And on the back right here, we have the exhaust pipes, of course, and then we also do have a back turret cannon, which really does the job. It's a turret cannon. And then we have our kind of clamps. Now, you might be thinking this is how it kind of gets put on, but no, this is where the fun begins. So you take this part right here, then you kind of pull back, and then it kind of lifts itself out. It does take a little bit of finagling to get out with one hand, but you're able to do it like so. And as you can put it down right here, it actually does look kind of good on its own. And of course, you might on the way out take out a turret like what I just did. I've done that a couple times. All in all, it's really cool, but let's take a look at the mechanics. All right, so this is the dropship upside down, and you can kind of see how everything kind of looks from the bottom. Now, this is how it works. Now, these are normally kind of up like this when it's in its flying position, but it's just a little easier to do it upside down for me to show you guys. Now, when you kind of lift that little lever I was talking about earlier, these close in on itself. on these spots on the ATTE. If you can see that, there's no pin at this hole right here and on the other side. So that is where these pins come into play and clamp on and hold it in together. Now, when you have gravity put into play and you also have the friction between the studs, it really does make a really nice and strong fit. I was swooshing this around yesterday and it really does look good. But speaking of the swooshing, let me flip this around and we'll check a look at it from the gunship that came out last year. Alright, so here are what the two builds look like side by side. As you can see, the gunship is definitely smaller than the dropship. Now, this is in Universe 2, it is slightly smaller, but with the really small Republic gunship, it does look a little silly, but good thing I am using the ATTEs, which are really much in scale with this awesome build. I just think it's so cool. And if you have these two builds in a kind of mock together, they don't look bad at all. They just look a little bit smaller than each other, which is to be expected in Universe. Now, if we move off the gunship right here, bring in the ATTE, I'll be able to show you pretty surely how this actually works. So we lift this up, and we lift her up like so, and we open up the clamps. And you have to make sure that this is in the center. And as we go down, 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 you're able to clamp one side in and the other side gets clamped in like so. And then you're able to put these suction cups on to make it look like that is what's holding the dropship together. And then you lift it up and you are able to really much bring this bad boy around. You can really, really have some fun. It's just really fun. I can't stress how much fun it is swooshing this thing around and how stable it is. Well, thank you guys for joining for this wonderful episode of Anthony's Brick Build, where we went over this awesome LEGO Star Wars Rebrickable model by Forged in LEGO of the Republic Dropship. Now, this is such a really nice alternative to someone that doesn't want to pay $1,100 for the original one, and I think this one is better in every way. I've only seen the original one a couple times in person, but I can tell you from those times, this is not as blocky. It's very slick. It's like modernized LEGO, where you have like the older one. That's from 2009. That is like so long ago, 16 years or about 15, 16 years now. Really crazy how old that is, but I love how this brings the nostalgic of a Republic dropship to life and just makes it look so cool. I would highly recommend this build to anyone who really wants to build this. It was so much fun. The instructions were very easy to follow and the build process was a lot of fun. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Anthony's Brick Builds. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn notifications on if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next one. Have a great rest of your day. May the Force be with you.